Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Braemar Arena. Historical West Braemar Arena. It is the 10A championship game featuring the Queens of Thunder Bay, the Thunder Bay Queens, and the Crimson of Osseo Maple Grove. As we are underway, we've had crowned two champions. Now Minnetonka defeating Edina 4-1 in the 10B1. And then it was Fort Francis and the Leafs defeating, who'd they beat? That was so long ago. They won their game by a score of 6-5 in a thriller. Alexandria, that's right. These games they kind of mush into one, so please forgive me. So yours truly will have the first four games on the docket today. John Conley will come in and finish up with the 12B1, 12A, and 15B and 15A championship games. We have the third place games rolling on the south rink as well, with Patrick Lilly on the call. The Crimson wearing their black sweaters with maroon trim. Meanwhile, the Queens working the white home jerseys as well. In on goal, that one. Nice stop made there right out of the chute. In goal for the Queens. Looks like that's Nora Traer. And for Osseo Maple Grove, it's going to be Bryn Bear. Face-off win, back to center. It's the Crimson on the puck now. Queens come away with it from the left wing side. Tough to read the numbers here. We got the big nameplates on the jerseys, but the ponytail's not helping yours truly. So I'll scramble and work my way through it for you, do the best I can. Now it's going to be Gallagher for the Crimson to the left wing side. Over to make the play for the Queens. That was number 12, Morgan Berens. Nice outlet. Here come the Crimson. They can fly up the right wing side here. Good body positioning there, turned in. Now back in behind the net it goes. As they'll ring the boards back up to the line. Chopped down by the defense there. That's Gallagher. She goes to the knees and keeps it alive as they'll play this one back to the slot area. And out comes the Queens. That pass misses the mark. Now the foot race there. That's Vinette looking for it. Now across the line. Here come the Crimson, and that one's just offside. Looks like that was a referee mistake there. They're going to have to face off. Whoa! The official nearly bit it right there at center ice. Toe down. They have to face it off where the whistle occurred. That's the rule, not at center ice. Many people think that's the bit, but that thing changed a couple of years ago. Yeah, we're ready to go now. Penalty has been called. There's a shot that's blocked that went off the gear there. So the visiting team on the board are the Queens, even though they're wearing the whites. We're going old school. We're going new school NHL. Dark homes and white aways, I guess. There's a shot by Camo that misses the mark of the Crimson as it comes up to the near boards. Queens will find an opening and alleviate the pressure and send that one back into the neutral zone. My apologies, I cannot see half of these numbers with tucked in jerseys, so the sleeve numbers aren't really grinding. I'm doing my best here for the Queens, folks. Now it's going to be played back up into the line as that one was handled by Combo. Nice play there. As now it's going to be the Crimson with it. Cut off on a fine play there. Ooh, that one was turned aside. Up to the line. That was Stansel with it. Now back down low they go. Look out. Here's a chance. Short side. Ooh, they had the glove hand side there. Rubniak had an opportunity there for the Queens. Bounding puck off the boards. Nope. Nice job on the pinch by the Queens. Back up to the line it goes. It trickles across to the line, and here come the Crimson back the other way. Across the center red line. Remember, this is a PK for the Queens as they're getting the job done with 30 to go in it. 8:52 to go in the period. Back behind the net, off the boards it goes. They'll try to keep it alive as it rattles up toward the blue line area and sent back into Osseo Maple Grove territory, and that's going to be an icing call. As we know here, icing at the youth hockey level in USA Hockey. They don't, I've always said, it kind of does make sense if you think about it. Why are you not allowed to ice the puck when you're 5-on-5 and you've got a penalty? Now you can. The idea is you're supposed to be penalized, so it does kind of make sense. I think the idea is that they want the players to obviously handle the puck a little bit more and not just get it and throw it. It's been up for a lot of debate here among those at USA Hockey, at least maybe not the administrators, but wondering what in the heck. Do we really like this rule? Puck is played to the slot area, nothing doing there. That one misses the mark, back in behind the net. That was Eisen with it. Purvey steps back on the ice for the Queens as they're full strength now with 8:15 to go in the first period. No score so far here between these two clubs. Played back off the end boards. Moore was in on that play for the Queens. And there's a check thrown there, if you will, by LaFleur of the Crimson of Osseo Maple Grove. Her father, Brian, of course, superstar with the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars back of the day, University of Minnesota Golden Gopher. Up high it goes. Here they come back out of the zone on the move. It's going to be Berens with it for the Queens as she has a player with her to the slot. That one doesn't get through. It's going to be Anderson with it back behind the net. They find an opening, and down they gather it in. Eisen was there, but she's going to be cut off along the way. Now it's on the stick of Fisher. She plays to the line. It's going to be gathered in by Wilson. She works it back up to the blue line. It'll sit right there on the blue as they fight and try to poke it back into the center ice area, as do the Queens. Try to get it into the zone. They do. Nice muscle, nice battle there. Credit Hadley, or check that, Danica Wilson with a terrific play. Back in behind the net, Anderson with it, plays it off the boards. Can cut the tension with a knife here at Braemar West. It's kind of funny how it's like this. It's sort of like the putting green at Augusta, and then, it's kind of when you get to those championship rounds, it gets real vociferous as we get later on in the game, and it starts to amp itself up. 6:50 to go in the period. Not a lot of whistles here between these two teams. They're pretty much going wire to wire here so far. Bodies sprawling in front of the Crimson goaltender, Bryn Bear. Held it at the line, played back down by the Queens as the Crimson will gather it in. That's cut off and played toward the goal mouth area. Strong stick on that puck. It's going to be Ashley Dorn. Now it's going to be picked up by Junkie. And now to the near side, it's the Queens with it. They'll play this one back to the line. That was handled by Violet Purvey. That one sent back into the corner. Up to the goal mouth area. There's a couple pucks poked at. Bodies everywhere. There's 5 Crimson players surrounding that puck right there as it's played back up to Purvey from the line. That's swatted away. Now it's going to be Wilson with it. She carries it to the left side from the hash marks. Down goes the Queens player. That was all on her own. There was no help there as the Crimson take it back up to the left wing side. 5:48 to go in period number 1. At the line, nifty pass there. That feed was from Dorn as she found Junkie along the way, but bumped off the boards by the Queens back up into the center ice area. In front of the net area it goes. Off the boards to center. Moore was there. Now it's going to be picked up by Berens across the line. Big wrister. Oh, that one just missed the mark. I'm not sure if Bear got a piece of that one or not, but nonetheless, we play on. Bumped off the boards by Moore. There momentarily was Stokaluk, and now there's a shot that's deflected wide of the mark. Handled now by Elfstrand as they play back up to the line. Held in. Heavy stick there by Bannister. And now it's going to be the Crimson to center ice. Nice job by Bannister to get inside on her player. That's Thompson. Gritty game here between these two teams. They are really not backing down from any one-on-one battles. Off the boards, Berens plays to center. Controlled now by the Crimson as they're going to work this one right back up the dot. Down the middle. Oh, cutting away and offside at the line. With 4:38 to go, we're scoreless here in the first. This game has got, something's got a give feel to it. Back into the Crimson zone it goes. Queens on the forecheck. Back from the line. That one's played down low by Grant of the Queens. And now it's cut off again high in the slot area on the backhand. Love the effort. Ooh, look at that. Brought some rain with that thing. That was a beauty. Back from the corner. I love the effort there. So many kids will bail on the backhand and not trust it. The only way it gets better is if you use it and trust it. Look at the speed back up ice. Here come the Crimson. That's going to be Weinecke. She is stopped dead in her tracks. Set right back into the Crimson zone as they're going to regroup with Gallagher. Gallagher to the right wing side for Eisen. She's cut off on the play. Now it goes to the slot area. They find an opening. Pervez is going to watch this one through her as icing will be the call. We'll bring it back with 3:37 to go. Back up to the line now, the Crimson control as they play this one back into the corner. Queens will break out, bumping the boards. That's cut off. And now it's going to be Baker with it. Back up to the line. Elfstrand guides this one down. That's a nice job there by the Crimson on the forecheck. Junkie was there. And now through center ice, it gets away from Fisher. As she'll regroup, plays it over to her partner on the near side at Elfstrand. Elfstrand ahead up the middle. That was Weinecke. And now it's going to be the Queens to play to center, as that's going to be played in offside with 2:33 to go in the first period. Controlled now by the Crimson as they play to center. 2-1 are the shots on goal. So far, that's it. 3 shots on goal for this first 10 minutes or so of this game. But they might have one coming up here. It's Weinecke in on goal. The left-hand shot. Oh, what a save there. A big one by Traer. That was beautiful. Now the Queens with it. Back up through center ice. Weinecke comes all the way back to back check and creates some trouble. Puck sits at the center red line. Bumped off the boards. That's by Berens. Now it's going to be played to the near side off the stick of Ryder. And the Queens will take back over as they'll wind it up in their own zone. Ooh, busy stick there. Forced the turnover from Fisher. Look out as it'll be regroup time. I believe that's Stansel with it as she looks to the right wing of the breakout. Nice lock there by the Crimson to take that option away with 1:25 to go in the stanza. All the way through it goes. Now it's going to be Rubniak with it. Back up into the neutral zone. Elfstrand off the boards. And here come the Queens across the line. Nice job inside out. They try to take it to the slot as that's cut down by the Crimson. And they'll clear, but not out. Now they get it back. Just a battle going along the line here. It's been a tightly contested hockey game between these teams. And back up ice they go. Here come the Crimson. Through center ice, it's Elfstrand. Moore wedges her. 45 to go in the period, still scoreless. There's a chance from the slot. Wrister, blocker pad save. Beautiful. Traer once again. Top of the left circle, played back through. There's another backhand. Man, I'm all happy here seeing plenty of those. Oh, my word. They missed the clock and just got crushed. I mean, 3 seconds rolled off, and you think it was the end of the world. I don't know. It's the worst job in the building.
Sound like you're doing it okay.
Running the clock, I mean, it's the worst job in the building. So the poor guy down there just got rocked. Now back from the right point. Queens to the line, but not out. There's a wrister deflected. That one won't make it through. Crimson with one more opportunity. Weineke is there in the corner. And pinching down from the left side, it's Elfstrand in the slot. And that's going to do it for period number one. Entertaining, scoreless period here between these two teams. The 10A championship game of the 15th annual Tradition Cake Eater Classic here from Edina's Braemar Arena. We'll have the rest of this second period coming up for you after a 1 minute break. Queens will be, oh, look at that battle. They go old school NHL. 1988, they're going to look at each other and say, you want to go? Man, that was a good battle there. Right in the middle of your screen. I love that when they contest their positioning on the face-offs. You're not taking my space. That's good stuff. Championship level hockey here from Braemar Arena. Queens now from right to left and Crimson from left to right across your screens. Thanks for joining us here from Braemar Arena here tonight. Good to see Patrick Lilia, our third place announcer, working his way in here. Penalty coming up. This one's going to be on the Queens. Everything okay over there? Are you guys ahead? What happened? Any word from Brett? Hey. All right, here we go, folks. Sorry, it's been a little on-air production meeting there with my guy Patrick. Penalty coming up. This will be on the Queens again. And on goal, Traer the save, the rebound. Off the ice goes the Crimson goalie, Bear, as she gets there, but they finally have possession. And the tripping call coming up. So the original penalty went to Wilson. And this one was a tripping call. So the 5-on-3 is going to be employed. I'm looking at this Crimson coaching staff. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coaches and 9 players. That's I'm kidding. But that's one heck of a ratio they've got going there. Stanzel minor for trip. Here comes the 5-on-3. That shot hits traffic on its way through. And to the corner it goes. Wedging for the Crimson is Thompson. And now it's going to be bumped off the boards up to the line. Held in by Elfstrand. Over to the near side for Fisher. Fisher will walk and shoot. Shots on goal are 6-1 in favor of the Crimson. In on goal. That's quickly pounced on and covered by Traer. 1:09 of 5-on-3 time left and 10:43 in the period. All-important face-off win. Crimson, the shot that's turned aside again by Trier. That's the 8th shot of the game for her so far as they mount. Now for the Crimson again, it's Anderson over to the right side for Gallagher. Her shot hits Grant on the way in. There's a save. Trier. They score! Oh, a hard-working goal there for the Crimson as they take the 1-0 lead of the 5-on-3. They'll have another 5-on-4 power play for a minute 5. You'll see that chance there right off the side of the net. And they finish the deal. And the Crimson take the 1-0 lead. Play to the near side. Fished out from back behind the net. One-on-one battle ensues. And now for the Crimson, it's going to be Ryder that plays it to the line. They move it to the near side. That's going to be Gallagher. Plays it to the far corner. Bannister was there for the Queens. 32 to go in the power play. They look out to the slot area. That's turned aside, repelled by Stokaluk. There's a shot that deflects off some shins on the way in. That might have hit Wilson. And now Wilson will go retrieve back in behind that. Tries to get position. Nice job there at the hands. But Weineke was equal to the test there with the one-on-one battle. 13 to go in the power play. 9:30 to go in the period. Back to the line. Oh, they'll have to tow it and bring it back out and regroup. Just onside. Nice job there to hustle to get back. Now stepping back on is Stanzel as we're full strength. And it's going to be the Queens to the line, but not out. Held in by Fisher. Her shot in on goal, stopped by Trier. Now it's going to be gathered in again by the Crimson. They look to the slot area on that feed that came from Baker. That one missed the mark. They look back up to the line. Pressure now applied by the Crimson. That hits a couple of shins on the way in, deflects wide, and back up to the line it goes. Missing the mark. Now it's going to be gathered in by Thompson. Back up to the line she goes to Elfstrand, back to Thompson. That's away from the stick, swatted at there by Bannister. Traer sticks that off to the side of the net. Now back in behind they go with it with Thompson. Now there's a shot that's stopped and handled and hung on to. Great pressure there by the Crimson. We're 5-on-5 with 8.5 to go here in the period. That one misses the mark, wide. Crimson. Nice work out of the zone. That was Riccardi with it and just offside at the line. She had the right idea there. And instead we'll regroup, get a wholesale change here for the Crimson. The Queens will leave their lineup out there. Oh, the high slot turned over. That one's pushed wide of the mark. Crimson will regroup and gather as they try to break out of their zone. Queens will try to take away some real estate, but no. Through center, they say, and go with it for Osseo Maple Grove. Back to the corner, in on goal. That's just a little bit wide of the mark. Stick goes down, save made there. Back up to the line now. Gallagher was there, over for her partner. That's deflected off the wrist shot taken by the Crimson's Callie Anderson. Again, busy stick there by Baker. She had herself a nice shift. There's Riccardi that was over on that play. Now back into the Queen zone it goes as they regroup behind the net. Again, they get their hands. Ooh, might have gotten a little tight there, but they let it go. Back up to the line. It's going to be Fisher. Plays that one rink wide to the slot area. Off the stick of the Crimson's LaFleur. And bang that off the boards. It's Elfstrand once again in deep it goes, and it's going to be the Queens to regroup in their own end. Forced over to the near side. Bumped off the boards. And that one misses the mark. Grant was there. She's wedged on the play by LaFleur. And Riccardi was there, cut off. There's Fisher. Her shot in on goal, and a nice save made by Trier. Very dependable goaltender for this edition. A little breezy here at Braemar Arena today. It's usually a little bit warmer in this facility. Not that it matters to anybody, but I think that's going to give us a little quicker sheet of ice. It's the East rink that runs really soft. Not soft, but they have it figure skating levels because the Edina Braemar Figure Skating Club works out there mostly. So if you're on the east side, you know you got to have to make sure your wheels are working appropriately. Back behind the net. Doran was there. Now it's the Queens looking to break this one out here. They come back up ice with some energy. Backing across. Rubniak was there. Tries to cut to the slot area, but the Crimson shut that down from the line. They're going to play this one back into the near corner. In transition. Cut off. Rubniak is there once again. Nice little play over the right wing side. There's some real estate as the Queens will gain the line. Hustle play there by Dorn to cut that would-be opportunity off, and it's played over to the near side. Here comes the foot race. Quickly getting there was Wilson. Barons will take the draw for the Queens as she went in against the Crimson's Hadley Baker. Wilson back in her own zone. She's got Baker chasing her down on the rolling puck and icing the call with 5:26. Oh, the clock's going. They better get it. They're going to get chirped. He got through it okay. Nobody looked. They'll do a 2-second runoff here for sure. Or at least we'd like to think they would. Face off now in the Crimson zone to the right of Bryn Bear. Bannister from the line. Now she gets a little bit of help from Barons. Now back up to the neutral zone. Wilson turns it from left to right. She's cut off. Nice play there by Baker. Wilson under control. Baker moving, though, with some ferocity there, but they fight it off anyway. Baker strong on the stick. Queens will poke it to the line. No, it's good, they say, across it. Now it pokes up and dribbles into the neutral zone. We're good there at the line as it's going to be the Queens playing that one through right into the door. Wow, that was perfect placing there. 4:47 to go. This is an impassioned plea here by the Queens coaching staff. Impassioned. They're not going to win that battle. They want more while they're arguing with the ref. They forgot to throw a player out. There we go. Youth sports can't make it up. It's great. 4:47 to go in the second period. Back up to the line it goes. Anderson. Now Gallagher is there. Look at this. Do we have a reliever coming in out of the bullpen? Do we have a reliever coming in out of the bullpen? The left-hander Nick Hench is soon to be coming in as he's going to work it. Wow, the big frame. That one's offside at the line. His brother Joey Hench is obviously doing a great job on the camera here. His brother Nick coming in, and it's always a source of the brotherly love, we'll call it. Puck is sent back in behind the net. Long pass for Moore on the breakout for the Crimson as they work it to center ice. Bumped off the boards, hit the official. Now the Crimson will play this one rink wide as up the left side they go with check that was Anderson. Nice job at center ice to thwart that opportunity. That was for the Queens. That was Stokaluk. Now it's going to be the Crimson to center on the stick of LaFleur. She's stopped, and now it's going to be Anderson with it. Off to the right wing side. And across the line they go with Thompson. She's cut off on the play, 1-0. 14-1 of your shots on goal in favor of the Crimson so far here through a period plus with 3:12 to go in the second. Queens will try to work this one through. They're one bounce away from knotting this thing up. Championship game of the 10UA of the 15th annual Tradition Cake Eater Classic. Of course, Tradition Companies, Tradition Wealth Management, your big sponsors here. Check them out at traditionco.com. Got the Capital Bank at tradition.bank. Mortgage. You can build a home from them with Robert Thomas Homes and Homes by Tradition. They're all over the Twin Cities metro area, do a great job, and are huge supporters of youth hockey. Thank you to them for making all this possible. Back up ice they go. Crimson are stopped in their tracks, and a nice defensive play up the middle by the Queens. That play was turned in there by Riccardi, by the way, who comes back with it. Actually, it was Manella that had that momentarily. Now it's going to be sent back into the Crimson zone with 2:10 to go in the second period. Back behind the net. Ooh, look out. Right up the middle they go. That's some serious confidence. Here they come across the line. Uh-oh, we got speed to the outside. That's Baker. Got caught in the snow in front of the bench area and lost the handle. That's the best defense you can have. There's a wrister that hits a stick on its way through. Working on that loose puck and handling that for Osseo Maple Grove is Eisen as they pin up off the near boards with 1:39 to go. Quickly up ice they go with it. Here they come across the line to the middle, nobody home, and it's going to be the Crimson to come away with it. They look up the left wing boards. Queens, nice feed, look out. Barons loads up, a big shot, deflects, they score! Oh my word, that was deflected on its way in. We're going to take a look at this one on replay, you'll see. Try and slow it down for you here right after the shot comes through. There it is, she loads it up. One to one now your score here in the second period. With 1:19 to go, we'll get the official scoring. I don't know if that got deflected on the way in. We'll find out from our own Robin Cook. Morgan Berens with the goal. And Sheila Stuckaluk had the other assist on that one. So we're tied at 1 with 55 to go in the second period. We've already had one overtime game. That was the 6-5 Leafs win from Fort Francis over Alexandria in the 10B2 game. It was a great game. And then the 4-1 win by Minnetonka over Edina was kind of a no-doubter for the Skippers. They looked really good in that 10B1 tilt. Up high to the left circle it goes. 32 to go in the period. Back through center ice. Here come the Queens now across the line, energized. There's a wrist shot in on goal. Oh, that hits Bear up high right off the mask area. She went down to make the save. To the line, but not out. Over to make the play now for the Crimson is Anderson. 13 to go in the period. Queens now who have an extra step of energy here after that goal, but back up ice they go. Crimson are going to try and just muscle their way through with Junkie. Now there's the loose puck, and that's going to do it for the period. And a good one indeed. It was the Crimson with the 1-0 lead, and then late here in the period, a big goal scored by the Thunder Bay Queens to make it now a 1-1 tie as we go into the decisive third period. If we do have overtime, it's a 1-period 4-on-4 sudden death, 5-minute stop time period, followed by a shootout. Here we go. Joey Hench is complaining about the cold in here. Our camera guy. We got a great hockey game before us. I'm just saying that in case you heard it between periods. So keep it interesting. The Crimson now play this one rink wide as they handle up through center ice. Moore. Down goes a Crimson player. It's going to be a tripping call coming up here. Stick definitely got in there. Back into the neutral zone go the Crimson, so it's Vienna Manila with a trip early on here in the third period as the Queens at center ice. We'll look to play this one through traffic, but the Crimson cut it off. They've got the numbers there. Grant now nice play. She has Moore with her. Moore will take it from the right wing side. Moore cuts to the forehand. Checking her on the play was Fisher, and it's going to be the Crimson back up ice. Stanzel was there to cut that off, and now it's the Crimson. They pinch up on the near boards. Surveying over to the right wing side. That's cut off. And handled now by Dorn. Poke checked at the line. Played ahead. Stanzel comes away with a nice job to get that through traffic and simply dump it into the Crimson zone with 48 to go in the power play. Back in across line, nifty move there. And now across the line they go with it. There's a pass that's deflected off some equipment there as it's played to the near side. Turning, nice little power turn there. She's smooth as Weineke. Plays this one to the slot area, looking for Ison. And now it's going to be cut off at the line by Dorn as she plays it right back in. 26 to go in the Crimson power play. Oh, someone broke their stick. Total bummer there. Stokaluk's going to have to drop it. She does. As to the bench she goes. That's a bummer how that thing just broke right at the shaft. In on goal, and that one stopped and hung on to. Chopped at there by Anderson, and Thunder Bay kills the penalty. Back to the line, but not out. That's Gallagher. Vanilla hustles to the bench as they get their fifth player on. They don't. They didn't. There we go. Back up through center. Nice job. Camo comes away with it. She has Behrens with her. There's Behrens with it. She has her team's lone goal across the line. To the slot areas. It bounds away from everyone. It's going to be Gallagher. She chops at that one. Gallagher is there. Nice job by the Crimson to win the battle off the end boards as they'll turn this one up ice. Crimson through center. That's off the stick of Junkie. And now it's going to be Camo with it. She's 1-on-5. Back across the line. She's going to be stopped. Weineke pickpocketed. Grant was there. They're good and onside as it's played back through. Ooh, down goes a Crimson player. They're going to let that one go. And now it's going to be handled by LaFleur across the line. That gets through everyone back into the neutral zone. That's off some equipment as it's the Crimson to play to Weineke to the left wing. Weineke waits for some real estate to develop there. She cut to the middle, but the Queens will cut that off. There's a puck that's sprung for Moore. Here comes Moore to the right wing side, but she's going to be cut off on the play by Fisher, who takes over from behind her net up the right side. Her feed misses the mark. Wilson's going to play that right back in behind as Elfstrand will be there for Maple Grove, Osseo Maple Grove. That's turned over. There's a shot that's off the side of the goal. That one misses the mark once again to the goal mouth area. Now it's Pervase with it. Her shot's deflected. And the Crimson back up ice. Here come the Crimson on the move with Elfstrand. Elfstrand, they're offside at the line. Oh, he called that good. Boy, that one looks like that was pretty off. But anyway, to the neutral zone it goes. Dorn was there. That's cut off. There's a shot on goal. It's Camo to the net. And a nice save made as it stays 1-1 with 7:28 to go here in the third. Back into the neutral zone. Crimson will turn this one to Gallagher as she finds a player on the near side. That's Anderson. And now it's played, chipped over to the right wing. Now Crimson will take over down the left wing side with Anderson again. Ooh, to the slot area. That's knocked off the stick. 15-5 are your shots on goal. The Queens, since their goal, have been able to put together a little bit of run in the shots on goal category, a little more offensive zone time, and some good stuff through the neutral zone. Weineke turns away. She's going to walk this one from the left circle. Wide of the mark it goes. And there's a puck that's gathered in by the defense. There they go, back up ice. It's the Queens with it. Not a lot of room to work, but staying with it. And on that play all the way through the zone was Riccardi. And that's offside at the line with 5:53 to go in the third. It's getting to crunch time. Championship Sunday here at Braemar Arena, nothing better. Uh-oh. The crew is all smiles here. I mean the crew being the Braemar Arena staff. They have tournaments here 37 out of the 52 weeks of the year. It's incredible when you think about that. It's a lot of hockey teams coming through here on a yearly basis. Across the line we go, no offside on the play. Queens try to play this one up the line. And they're going to open up and play this off the boards over to the left wing side. In front of the bench area it goes. Shoveled along the line. It's going to be picked up by the defense. Played up to the right wing. Kamo was there. She looked ahead. That's going to be cut off by Elfstrand across the line. She's got Weineke with her. Elfstrand, the wrister, hits traffic on the way through. Never got all the way in as it's going to be played up to the line. Oh! Big shoulder right into the side of the helmet of Kamo, man. That might bring in the concussion protocol from that one in today's world. She heads to the bench. There's a shot that's played to the slot area. Now it's the Queens. Oh, they got a player up the middle, but she's well positioned. Across the line they go. Nice job by Wilson to work that one and lug it up the ice. Moore going to the net. That one didn't make it through as it's blocked by Elfstrand. And now it's going to be the Queens shallow angle stick save. Oh! Tried the backhand from down low. Purve's shots deflected wide of the mark. And on it now, that's going to be Riccardi. And now it's to the corner. Sent off the boards to the line, but not out. The Queens with some pressure here. Wrister that misses the mark. Moore takes a swing at that. And at center ice. Push back through. 3:27 to go in regulation. Rink wide, they go to the right side. And it's sent in, no ice on the play. I don't know, this has the feel of overtime to me. I think it even has the feel of a shootout. It just does. It's well checked. I mean, it's defensed very well this game. Oh. Really? John Conley chopping at the bits to get into this thing. He'll be doing the games later on in the day. 2:33 to go in the third period. Crimson on the puck now with Dorn. At the line now, it's played back up into the center ice area. The Queens are going to turn it up. Got Stanzel with it. That's off the stick of Gallagher. Gallagher plays ahead. Here they go, the Crimson. inside out. Riccardi was there. They're going to have a hooking call late in the game here. Oh, my word. We'll see if the special teams can get something done here. Crimson go to the box. That's going to be Eisen for the hook. The Thunder Bay Queens had called timeout, so they will talk things over here on this all-important power play late in the game. They got here, by the way, by going 2-0-1 in their pool. They defeated Wayzata by a score of 2-1. They tied Edina 1-1, and then they shut out Matamidi by a score of 3-0. I think they ended up qualifying off the tiebreak. I think they had to go to 2 or 3 tiebreakers just to get into that thing. Coming into this game so far for the Queens, they've had a couple of players with points, 2 points. They pretty much spread out their scoring across the board for their route here to the championship game. Now their opponent, of course, the Osseo Maple Grove Crimson, were in the other pool, and their route here to this championship affair consisted of a 3-0 pool record with a tough, hard-fought 3-2 win over Cottage Grove and the Wolfpack. Then they defeated Minnetonka 2-0 and shut out Orono Westonka 4-0. Leading the way in points was Harper Weinecke, as she had a goal and 4 helpers, 5 points through their 3 games. Here we go, final 2 minutes now remaining here in the third period, as it's going to be the Crimson back up ice, turned away. Fisher, now it's sent back into the Queen zone, who have the power play. There'll be 4 seconds differential between the penalty clock and the game clock, with 4 seconds remaining in the game. That'll be 5-on-5, so if there is overtime, if the penalty situation stays this way, it doesn't carry over. Off the boards, Queens get the turnover. Look out. Down low they go. Oh, they try to feed a pass to the low slot area. They had a player. Now back the other way come the Crimson back up through center ice. It's going to be Elfstrand with it. Elfstrand looks in front as the Queens will cut that off. Back up to the center ice area. Rink wide it goes. Crimson will regroup and play this one back into the Queen zone as they'll regroup out of their own end. 1 minute remaining in the power play. 1:03 now in the period. Big collision. Oh, they got a penalty coming up. Ooh, interference call. This is going to be on, I believe, the Crimson. 5-on-3 now. To the box goes Kiera Thompson. So if we do go to overtime, this will turn into a 4-on-3. Now the Crimson will opt to take their timeout. So setting the stage here, 57.3 showing on the clock. Power play time, 5-on-3 now for 53 seconds for the Queens of Thunder Bay. And then if they don't score and regulation churns out, it's a 4-on-3 power play that moves its way into the overtime session. So we're going to face off at center ice. The 5-on-3. It's turned over. Here come the Queens across the line. They're good. And down low they go. There's a pass in front, open. Nice save. Oh, what an opportunity there. Oh, let's take a look at that one on a replay. Wow. You'll see there taking it wide was Rubniak, and she looks in front. You had the right-hand shot on the left side. You had everything pretty much the way you want it. And there to make the save was Bear, her biggest one of the night. Big draw win there by the Crimson as it's going to be Baker up to the line. Oh, that gets through. Baker's going to race us down. Rolling puck. Baker cuts to the forehand. Here comes Baker in on goal. Short-handed, 2 down. Oh! Glove save and a beauty. Oh, my word. Look at this as Baker sprints away from everybody. Here she comes. And just getting it done was Traer there. Boy, that's one she'll never forget. Bounding puck back to center ice. And it's going to be the Queens back up through center. 18 to go in the period. Remember, there's still 5-on-3 in front. It goes. As it's going to be played from the corner up to the line with 10 seconds. They have a little bit of time. They're going to load this one up and play this one down off the end boards. 5 to go. Barons looks out front. Swatted away. One player short now are the Crimson. And we're going to have overtime. It'll be a 4-on-3 power play for the Queens. And that'll be 4-on-4 the rest of the way. Sudden death with a shootout if not solved. Overtime ready to start here from Braemar Arena. The Queens from left to right, the Crimson from right to left. power play for minute 3. Weineke tried to put the draw through the legs of Rubinek, who shut that down neatly. Rubinek now to the corner, up to the line. Nope, they're going to hold that up high in the slot. They'll fight off a would-be body there. As now it's going to be the Crimson to play this one through center. Does that have enough? It won't for icing, as they'll have to regroup back into their own zone. Queens now put on the brakes in their own zone. Weineke on the forecheck. She's real good on the feet there. Anderson plays this one back into the corner. Weineke comes away with it. 38 to go in the power play. And it's going to be played away there by the defense. Here come the Queens up ice. They got numbers now, 4-on-2 if they hurry. Across the line they go. They're going to carry this one right. Oh, they got players in front. Save made there by Bear as the big carom off the end boards. They're going to play this one back up to the near side. Now to the right point they go. Load it up. There's a shot. Oh, that's blocked. There's another one. Ooh, that one's off the glove by Rubniak as she had a chance. Down goes a Crimson player. And they're going to play this one back up into the center ice area. Wilson comes away with it. Wilson, 1-on-2, cuts to the forehand, wants some real estate, shoots, just misses the mark. 3:35 to go in the overtime period. Now it's Berens with it. Her shot's deflected. She tried to find the handle there as it's poked to the line, but not out. It's 4-on-4 now. Here's Grant, cuts to the forehand. No room to work as Baker was on her. Ooh, that nearly was deflected on a pair of shins and off to the races. Instead, it's the Queens that get it back. Crimson on it now. That's a stick there by Gallagher. Up the line, but not out. Here come the Queens back down low. Shallow angle, misses the mark. The big carom all the way over to the near side. Berens is there. Remember that glove save by Traer not long ago where she came up and stole one away there with an incredible breakaway save on Baker late in the third period. Rink wide this one goes. Now to the left wing side. Baker with it. She's watched on the play. Hounding her defensively as Stanzel in front they go. Paddle down, save there. 2:40 to go in overtime. Off the boards but not out. There's a wrister that's blocked. Leg out, numbers down low. There's a shot wide of the mark. Baker is there, swats that one. That's a stick save turned aside by the goaltender Traer. And now it's going to be off a pair of skates back in behind the net. Now it's the Queens with it. They look to turn it up ice. Can't, and it's going to be flushed back in. Stancil behind the net. She's going to try to find some real estate. Does, and she gets it up the middle. That to Riccardi. Repelled right back in by the Crimson as here they come. Now the Queens look to break back out to the right wing side, but that's going to be cut off and slammed right back in by Elfstrand. Now it's going to be Wilson. She has it from the left wing side. Looks up ice. Her pass is deflected, and it's on the sure hands of Rubniak. Now she gets a little bit of help, and up into the bench area it goes with 1:48 to go in overtime. Wow, this is impressive. Winner gets the Cake Eater, the tradition Cake Eater winter hats. A nice little tassel on the top. A good little lid there. They each get the medals and a very, very nice glass trophy. And they also get their names forever etched on the huge cake championship trophy. Back in behind, of course, the Queens. Oh, big chance there. Bear turns that one aside with the big stick. Back to the line they go. And here's a turnover back up ice. Weineke cut off on the way through at center ice. And now it's going to be back the other way. Here come the Queens across the line. Not a lot of room to work there. They're just going to send it in toward the goal mouth area as it's going to be Elfstrand to take over. Elfstrand up ice as she looks through the middle. Elfstrand, big frame, gets wide. Elfstrand's going to carry it and shoot. Misses the mark there. Each rush, you can feel the tension ratcheted up on both sides. Now back it across the line. 1 minute remains in the overtime period. It's checked at the line, nothing doing there. Now it's going to be the Crimson's Baker poking to center. She has 4 players surrounding her. Cuts to the forehand. That's shot was blocked. That's good commitment defensively there by the Queens. They bumped the boards, held it at the line, and now it's going to be Grant to play this one not through, and now it's going to be sent back in behind the net. 33 to go in the period. and an opening foul and sent the length of the ice. Will not be enough for icing. 14 to go. Here come the Crimson, working the big time one last rush, cutting to the forehand. Oh, that one just missed the mark. That by Callie Anderson. 3.8 to go now in this overtime period. Looks like a shootout most likely is in the offing. Face-off win with 1 second to go, and we're going to have the shootout. So it'll be a 3-player shootout for each squad. And then if we need to, if it's still tied after the 3-skater shootout, we will go to the sudden death shootout. And what we do know is someone's going to win this game by a final score of 2-1. That much we know. And a hard-fought battle between these two teams. Both very worthy of the championship status they're about to achieve here this afternoon. 19-9 were your shots on goal in favor of the Crimson through regulation. So 2 out of 3 games have gone to the extra session. And one of those 2 here, this being the one going to the shootout. It's been a great morning so far of hockey. Yeah, there's a little swag going on over on the far side. I'm watching Queens goalie Nora Traer. She's just sort of rocking side to side on her pads. Her legs looking really comfortable. Kind of like she's, in a way, kind of craving this. That's what every goaltender wants. You just watch for the body language up here, and I see that as she's still kind of rocking back and forth, staying loose. Olivia Vinay is going to shoot first. Coming in with speed. She's coming in hot, straight up the middle. Nothing fancy here. Quick stick handle, and the big stick by Traer shuts that one down. Harper Weinecke to shoot for the Crimson. We got to move the goaltender back to the goal line. There we go. And now here we go. Here comes Weinecke. A little more deliberate. Puck's rolling on her. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble. And it rolled. That was the problem. The thing rolled on her the whole way. And that could be a bit of a trouble. So after one round, we're nothing. Morgan Berens to shoot. She too, 3 in a row, straight up the middle. Berens loads it up, scores as she goes right through the 5-hole. Berens. Take a look at that one on replay. Here comes Berens. Madeline Elfstrand, we've seen plenty of her on the puck here today. She's been real good. Here she comes in on goal. She can take a bit of an angle. The right-hand shot, holds and shoots off the post. Oh, she rang the dinner bell up high. She beat the goaltender, and the best friend comes up true to that one. You'll watch this one. Here comes Elfstrand right here as she walks in, and she'll just kiss it off the crossbar. Bam, there it goes. Here's for the game, actually, right here. Manella scores! And the Queens are the champions of the 10UA 15th Annual Cake Eater Championship. Congratulations to them. Nifty move, showed it right, left, and the celly is on as they go on to win by a score of 2-1 in the shootout. We'll send it downstairs now. We'll have the quick award ceremonies and then bid you adieu. From here we say so long. We'll keep the camera here for a bit as the Queens and the Crimson play a dandy from Braemar Arena.
Congratulations to